the stars are gone. In an instant. But this isn't about the night sky. It's about the ticking clock on civilization's total collapse. The key to this catastrophe isn't out there. It's right here. It's tied to the strange and violent physics of gravitational waves, ripples in space-time that have suddenly gone silent. Forget a slow burn. We're going to simulate the immediate, brutal aftermath, showing you the precise sequence of failures that would doom us all. It begins quietly. In the pre-dawn hours, a lone jogger in New Zealand stops, looking up for the Southern Cross. It isn't there. In London, a child being put to bed points to the window and asks her father why the sky is broken. Across the world, a silent, collective confusion begins to ripple through the 7 billion minds, waking up to a day like no other. The night sky, the most constant and eternal canvas in human history, is now a perfect, featureless, terrifying black. Within the first hour, the internet ignites in a firestorm of panic and speculation. But for the scientists at observatories from Chile to Hawaii, the reality is far more concrete and far more horrifying. The James Webb Space Telescope, our deepest eye into the cosmos, is suddenly blind. Every data stream from every deep space probe goes silent. It's not a malfunction. There's simply nothing left to see. The universe beyond our immediate solar system has been wiped from existence. This profound darkness was terrifying, a sensory deprivation on a planetary scale. But it was only a visual symptom. The true killer wasn't the absence of light, it was the absence of mass. An invisible gravitational silence was racing towards our solar system at the speed of light, and our world had no idea what was about to hit it. To understand our fate, we have to understand the fundamental architecture of our reality. The universe isn't a collection of objects floating in an empty void. It is a single, unified fabric, space-time. As the physicist John Wheeler said, space-time tells matter how to move. Matter tells space-time how to curve. Every star, every black hole, every nebula you've ever seen was a massive object creating a gravitational dimple in this fabric, a well that kept things in orbit. Our sun, our Earth, our entire solar system was held in a delicate and stable orbit around the center of the Milky Way galaxy, tethered by the combined gravitational pull of over 200 billion stars. This cosmic gravity is what kept us safe, preventing our solar system from being flung out into the desolate emptiness of intergalactic space. But now, those 200 billion stars are gone, not just extinguished, but vanished entirely. Their mass has been deleted from the universe, and just as the light from a dead star continues to travel long after it's gone, so does its gravity. The news of this universal deletion travels at one speed, and one speed only, the speed of light. The gravitational waves holding our galaxy together have ceased. The final ripples from the nearest stars have washed past us, and the gravitational anchor that has defined our existence for 4.5 billion years has just been cut. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, was held in a delicate gravitational dance. We've just lost all our dance partners. The cosmic architecture that kept our solar system safe is no longer there. Now, our sun is a rogue object in an unraveling galaxy, and the countdown to chaos has begun. The first official confirmation comes from the world's space agencies. The sun's trajectory has changed. It is no longer orbiting the now non-existent galactic center. It is moving in a straight line. We are a bullet fired into the void. This isn't a future problem for our distant descendants. The consequences are immediate and systemic. Our solar system isn't an island. It's surrounded by a colossal, invisible shell of trillions of icy bodies, a cosmic minefield known as the Oort cloud. This cloud has been held in a fragile balance for eons, gently sculpted by the gravitational tides of the Milky Way. With the galaxy's gravity gone, that balance shatters. It's like shaking a snow globe the size of a solar system. Trillions of comets, some larger than mountains, are knocked from their lazy orbits. Their new trajectories are random, chaotic, and a terrifyingly large number of them are now falling inward, directly towards the sun, and we are in the way. We have been exiled from our galactic home and sentenced to death by a celestial firing squad of our own making. Global governments, faced with an extinction they cannot fight, collapse into silence. There is no defense against a billion simultaneous impacts. Humanity is now trapped on a rogue planet, waiting for a rain of fire that science can't stop. But the most profound change isn't the one coming from the sky. It is the final, devastating consequence of a universe without stars, a truth that dawns on the few scientists still at their posts. Assuming some fragment of humanity survives the initial bombardment, perhaps in deep subterranean bunkers, they would emerge to a new reality. The sky would be forever black, punctuated only by the familiar dance of our sister planets and the moon. There will be no more constellations, no more Polaris to guide the lost. The Milky Way, that shimmering river of light that inspired artists, poets, and scientists for millennia, is now just a memory. Our species is now fundamentally and permanently alone. But the true consequence is far deeper. Stars are the universe's factories. Through the violent process of nuclear fusion, they forge light elements into heavy ones. The carbon in our DNA, the oxygen in our air, the iron in our blood. Every atom essential for life was cooked in the heart of a star that exploded long ago. With the stars gone, the universe's ability to create the building blocks of life is over. The great cosmic cycle of death and rebirth has been broken. No new planets will form. No new life will ever emerge. The universe has been sterilized. Our sun, now a solitary wanderer, will continue to burn for another 5 billion years, a lonely campfire in an infinite darkness. The Earth, assuming it survives, will cling to it, a ghost ship on an eternal voyage through nothingness. The human species, or whatever we become, would be the last thinking beings to have ever seen a star. Our entire history, mythology, and science would be records of a lost magical age that future generations could never comprehend. They would look up at a perfect void, and we would be the forgotten ancestors who once lived in a universe full of light. The disappearance of the stars wasn't just the end of our civilization. It was the end of the story, of the universe itself.